Check in my people, because right now I don't understand how I go on in our society here. You understand? Cult pastor in Montego Bay, St. James, got exposed. Jaja no star. This brother here, now one easy brother. Be things I'm go on with. Honest Work Entertainment, MW. So this pastor named Kevin Smith, pastor of the Kingdom Restoration Ministry, him allegedly a sacrificed the people them. You understand? The members of the cult. Yes, because a whole heap of things go down and people want to tell me why him could have met people. When you think the brother they on crack or him just evil in him sinful ways. Because we can't understand. Me know in the comment section. This brother here bust the people them throat. You know, I stab them. I order the people them to kill each other. I shoot after police. But a gunman, Jaja no star. This brother here now linked with a lot of politicians, dancehall and recording artists, and a lot of big person in society. So must watch to the end, because all of them things here are going to reveal. Yes, right throughout. Because him also have a son that is a big recording dancehall artist. So all of that I go reveal. So stay tuned and watch through the very end. Right now, me I go play one voice note from somebody that was actually on the scene. So people, listen out.
I tell us, no normal na you tap there. The man there 3 cow in the place then, in the yard, in the church business where them have, where they say they have. You see me? And like a leader tell one woman I like us to kill the cow. The woman a buck chauffeur. And then tell one man say kill the woman. The man slash the woman throat, you know. Live sitting in the people that did it tell me, you know. But it's like them brainwash them brother, so it's like no trouble for them. You see me? You see me? Yo, brother, the scene dirty, brother. Woman throat cut, man stab up. So if a long night upon the scene, brother, me tell you say I be a naked man. Every one of the man they naked now. Police when them just go there, no, man. I pass time see a move. You don't know if you tell me because the band go in the pool, you know. I be yo brother, me tell you something normal happen there, brother. Yo, I don't know normal happen there so, since night. Yeah man, everybody naked. The whole of man them out there dress who get gunshots, stab wound. The whole of the man they naked, brother. Naked as the day them born.
People, let me know in the comment section if them things they sound right. No, sir. Say you're a big pastor, matter of fact, cult leader. No, man, you have to shake up yourself, man. Matter of fact, you take how much life, you know what I mean, how much destruction. So people, type in your comments what you think about why the pastor do. We get to understand that this pastor you see him, your cult leader, link with a lot of big people, you understand? So them people who am link with where so-called friends are associate, them no must know where I deal with them culting. So them must a part-time movements. You understand? So let me know if what you think about, because me I go reveal some of them now. So I want to know what go on if this our nation come to. We are defend some people or we are a part of their organization. You know what I mean? Some people we look up to for lead the nation. I bring destruction to our nation people. So we see Warren Weir, we see Sean Paul and former Prime Minister Honorable Portia Simpson Miller. So people, what you think? Them person are a part of the cult? Make me know in the comment section, because something fishy with them big people here, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes people, so remember me telling you say this same cult leader have a son where a big recording artist, you know what I mean? So what me I go do still, me I go leave this for our next vlog, because that's our next chapter, different discussion. But if any of you guys know this unknown person, this big recording artist, alright, me I go do some time for think. Dun, 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 dun. Type in the comment section now.
Behind us is the scene of it's Pathways International Church, where we had an incident last night. A congregant here, a member of this church, who had been injured, apparently when she chose to disobey some instructions given to her by the leaders of this organization, reported to the police that she had been injured, and other information that led us to believe that the persons here were at risk. We're aware that 144 congregants had been told to come here, to meet here. And on responding to that report from the person who was injured and coming here, the first teams of police that arrived were shot at, and so they waited on reinforcements to come. We were very concerned that some form of ritualized killing was going to take place here, and so we did an entry last night. We found that there were a couple of people who had been injured by other members of the church, and we secured the premises, held the people. I think there were about some 14 children, was it? 14 children there, and we have 31 women now, so we see that as a rescue of these children based on what we saw when we came in, that there are cult-like behaviors and cult-like a setup that we have seen here. Now, obviously, further investigations is going to reveal everything. We have a number of people that we're taking statements from, and we have had the scene of the crime people come and process the scene, and we will be updating as we go along.
So, can you say how many people have died, how many are in hospital?
Okay.
I'm going to ask just my questions and then
Sure. So we have 3 people are dead. How many do we have in hospital? Right, and 3 persons hospitalized.
I understand that the scene here was almost like a gay scene. In other words, the colors were from the rainbow colors being used. I also understand that the pastor lived with 3 young men. Does the police have any information on whether or not he was grooming young men?
We don't have information on that at the moment, but we are following every lead in this investigation. As I say, early days yet, and we are, that is one of the threads we'll follow. We'll see where it leads us.
About the policewoman who was found, it is alleged that she participated in the shooting as well.
Well, we are also, we don't know that for certain, but there was a police woman here, and we are processing that as well.
Do you have any knowledge of any other members of the security forces that's a member of this congregation?
Well, we're aware of a couple other people who may be a member of the congregation based on what we're seeing inside and so on. And of course, more information is coming in because of what happened last night.
What is to happen to the children who were found here?
Well, the courts actually are sitting, the courts open today actually 10 o'clock. We have the CPFSA there and the other services, child services and so on, to determine what should happen with those children and perhaps some of the other vulnerable people in the group. So the courts are actually came, and so this has been an effort of many, not just the police, but clearly, the courts are responding, the CPFSA, child services, all of the other entities are responding as well.
Are you concerned about cultist organizations that are springing up all over Jamaica?
Well, I don't know if they're springing up all over, but I am concerned about anything like this. Hopefully it was not the start of a wave of it. I don't see any sign of that. But of course it's a cause of concern.
Was
Absolutely.
the police radar on this church at all at any given time? Any intelligence that would have led you to believe that they were trying out anything similar to what we saw?
They have been on the radar, but not necessarily specifically about what is happening what happened yesterday. But we got, as soon as it came to our attention, we responded based on what we saw. And I think it was very good, and it's really kudos to Senior Superintendent Ellis and his team that they took it seriously and moved in the way they did to get this matter resolved. Otherwise, we could have perhaps had more persons killed.
Maybe Dr. Chan can answer.
Just one question. Well, anything they done to prevent Mr. McMillan to allow them to continue?
Well, remember, the police don't allow or disallow people from carrying out religious activities unless it becomes a crime. We have very little or
Hear from a JCF member about what really occurred.
So far there was there was a situation where a religious group, or what we describe as a cult, called in members from all over the island to gather at this location. During the whole process, some persons were stabbed by other members of the group. Persons went to hospital. Police was called in. When the police came, the police was greeted with gunfire from the leader of the congregation and other members. The police teams, acted swiftly, placed the situation under control, and a suspect was neutralized in the process.
Okay. Do you know how many people have died from maybe the stabbing that happened in the church?
Well, I couldn't say how many persons died from the stabbing, but we can confirm that at least 3 persons are dead.
Okay.
And the police teams that went inside there, they have recovered a firearm so far, a pistol, and some rounds have been recovered.
Magazine?
Yes, some rounds have been recovered. And we're in the middle of it, as you can see. We're handling it, and the police is in full control of the ground, and we're handling the situation as best as we can. I think it mimics one of those dangerous type of situations, but early days yet. So
About how many people were here in the congregation?
I would
this
say
evening?
over 40 persons were here.
And they had children with them?
I'm seeing some youngsters and a greater portion of females. We'll tell you in a short while. We'll update.
What has the police done with the ones that were taken from? Are they going to be arrested?
So
it's a lockdown.
So right now, based on what we're doing, we're securing the ground, making it safe. Investigative teams have been called in, and I would say you should give us some time to update your newsroom properly as to all the different sets of action. I wouldn't want to speak, out of turn.
We were told not to bring our phone. My phone is not, it's in my son's car. Right up there.
Who told you not to bring your phone?
The pastor.
Oh, okay.
So where are your son and daughter now?
I'm clueless, so I'm going down to the station to see if they're there. It was very intense. I stood outside, as I said.
You didn't enter at all?
No, as I saw the young man slash, and I saw blood, the young lady fell. I said, this is it for me, and I walked away.